Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and as you can see we are doing a time-lapse video of a makeup look. As you can see on the left side of the screen, that is the look we're going to be recreating. It is a look I did almost 2 years ago, I think 2 years in September this upcoming year, but I'm recreating it because I was going through my phone and I happened to have seen that through like an old story of mine, and I was like, damn, that is actually a pretty good look even by my standards today. So I thought it'd be fun to just try to redo that. I already started the video off wearing foundation, so I just had to just do concealer. And now I'm just going to be rambling through until we actually get to the eyeshadow part, which is probably the part where most of you will probably care the most on. So yeah. Right now, I'm just applying my foundation, contour, and just chiseling out my face as best I can. This video wasn't necessarily planned until I had seen that photo, and I thought it'd be cool to try to recreate it. So I hope we do justice for that in today's video. The entire time of me watching, or actually filming this video, I was actually watching a YouTube video literally right behind the camera. So if you just see me stare up every so often, it's because I'm just watching a show while I'm doing it. So, yeah. But how have you guys been? It has been a minute since I've done a time-lapse video, so I'm a little excited and a little nervous. Also, yes, I did drop my camera. Don't know how that happened, but we got it fixed, hopefully. For my foundation, I'm using my tried and true CoverGirl True Matte Made in the shade M30. I'm using an e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, using an e.l.f. Bronzing Stick, an e.l.f. like blush and like cheek and lip like tint thing, which wasn't really that best. I used a e.l.f. setting spray, and I'm using a L'Oreal powdered blush and powdered highlighter. Right now, I'm just waiting for the face to dry, which I ended up not even doing properly anyway. But how have you guys been? I feel like it's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. I used to do these all the time, but now I don't do them as often, so yeah. I'm also still not that good at, like, talking or pre-planning or writing a script out, so you'll just have to deal with that until we do get better. But you'll be at least happy to know, at least hopefully, that I have this video I'm currently finishing up, and then I already have another video already filmed, so now I just gotta go edit that, which will be its own process. Eyeshadows, I'm gonna be using a mixture of Blend Bunny and Painted Cosmetics. And for my black smoky eye, I'm using a L'Oreal Cream Stick as my base, and for me, since I have hooded eyes, I have to look very straightforward at my mirror, and then fill in my crease and then go a little bit above my crease, so that way my actual work is shown better. As you can see right now, the black line above my eye is literally right above is really on my brow bone at that point. But since I have hooded eyes, it makes it makes eyeshadow a little bit tricky occasionally, because sometimes I'll be doing a beautiful piece and I'll be so happy with it, and then you don't even see any of it, because when I look forward, it's all gone. Like, I did nothing for 30 minutes, so yeah. But right now, I'm buffing that out with a black eyeshadow stick by Painted, and I'm blending out the edges so that way it's not a very sharp contrast from, like, my skin to stick, whatever the hell that product is. But yeah, I'm blending out with black on the outer, and then I do go in a little bit later to go in with a light brown and a light gray to kind of buff out those edges a little bit more. But yeah, that's really about it. I do think that if you're doing a black smoky eye, you should actually use a black base of some kind, whether it's a lipstick, a concealer, anything, anything cream and black. Use as your base, so that way it helps the eyeshadow stick and look a lot better, in my personal and professional opinion. I don't know exactly what I'm doing at that exact moment. I guess I was looking for a brush, but I guess so. But right now, I'm taking a smaller little rounded brush, and I'm bringing the eyeshadow underneath my eye to kind of connect under my eyes. I will say I didn't know that that makeup look was like 2 years old until like I was just going through like memory lane of like my stories from like 2021 and 2024. And then I had found it. I was like, God damn, that was actually pretty good even by my standards today. So I thought it would be fun to kind of recreate it, or at least try to recreate it in a little bit of a better way. Also, what do you think of the fresh haircut? I don't really know exactly what I was doing. When I filmed this, I was like really tired. So I don't remember half of anything that I did last night. That's kind of why I'm glad I recorded it. I think I recorded this at like 11 o'clock at night, I think. So like when I should have been very much in bed, I think. But yeah, I think this is turning out pretty fine. It is just looking like a black blob on my eye, but maybe that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't really know. I also don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm making this up as I go, if you can't tell. Because one, I just want to get this video out. But right now I have a little eyeshadow that I'm throwing on my actual like lid, as you can see. And as you can see, whenever I look, my head is slightly tilted up. You can see the shadow way better. But when I'm looking straight at the camera or like just straight on, you don't see any of it. So what I try to do to combat this is I tried to bring the shimmer up to my brow bone, looking straight into the camera, hoping it would catch or reflect. But it didn't, so it really didn't do anything for me in the end. But hopefully maybe it looks good. That's kind of the only goal that I really got, honestly. I don't know what to say. We are only 6 minutes in to this 12-minute long video, and I really don't want to be here. I think, truthfully, like, this is, like, my least favorite thing to, like, film is voiceovers, more or less because of the voiceover part. Not the actual video, because then it's just chill as fuck, but whatever. But I'm going to try to stop teaching when I don't even bother, when I'm not trying to pay attention. How have you guys been? I know I've already asked that, but how have you guys been? Hopefully you guys are doing good. I've had 2 days off at this point. Today's my second day, so I'm trying to get as much shit done as possible. But if you are slightly wondering what the next video could potentially be, I actually went and found a bunch of my old artwork from like 2019 onward, and I went through it, and I went through like 90% of it, and that's gonna be its own video, I think, depending if I keep the footage or not. Something I've been doing lately with my lips is I'll do like a really cool tone lip, and I'll like throw a little bit of that glossy stuff on, like the e.l.f. thing, which I don't know why, I really hate that product by e.l.f. The little like tint thing I have, I really hate it. And I think the reason why I hate it is because it smells like yogurt. Like, the product itself is good, but for some reason mine smells like yogurt, and I bought it at CVS. So I don't know if it was old when I bought it, or if it was just sitting on the shelf, or it's just how it's supposed to smell, but I bought it and it smells gross. But whatever. But what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to add a little bit of a fun colored pop-up blush, aka orange blush. This was what I was obsessed with like 2 years ago. Doing orange blush. I think I did it once accidentally, and I just stuck with it for a while. I'm so glad I'm not doing that. I don't do that anymore, because goddamn, is it look intense on me. But I also don't have a powdered bronzer like I did in the original photo, so literally I'm just using eyeshadows and hoping for the best. If you can't tell, hence why my contour is so intense. But when I get to editing the photo later, it's really not the end of the world. But I looked back at that old photo, I was like, damn, even my editing back then wasn't bad on this photo. Like, everything on the photo and the photo itself was actually pretty good. Yeah, you can see how intense that contour is, girl. What is going on? This is why you don't use eyeshadow, because it's hella pigmented. I also did forget to contour my nose. I haven't been doing that as often for some reason, but I don't hate it. But instead of contouring, I'm trying to reverse contour, where instead of contouring my nose with actual like darker shadow, I just lighten the things that I need, lighten the areas that would have had the concealer and shit anyway, if that's making sense. I'm hoping it does, because I don't really know what I'm trying to say anymore either. We're almost done with this voiceover. As you can see, it kind of worked out a little bit. My nose does look a little bit more prominent now. So, and it does look, I think, like something happened. So, I don't know. That's kind of what it is. I still can't get over that really crazy eyeshadow contour. Like, why did I try to... I mean, I could have tried something else, but I don't think I could have, actually. That's a lie. But something I like to do with my lipsticks is I like to use a cool tone lipstick, like, and a cool tone lip liner, and then I'll go to make my lips like really pale, and then I'll go over it with like a tint, aka that like elf tint thing, and I'll like add a little bit of color and warmth to it. See? I think it's a good nude on me, and I like it. It's so that way I don't have to use just a pure red lipstick, or I don't have to mix a whole bunch of stuff. But we are almost done with this makeup look, and I'm so excited. I will say, though, when I spray my face the final time for, like, with the setting spray, it looks so crazy, so I'll probably just throw in, like, the image of, like, the edited, finalized photo. I think we are done. Oh, actually, no, I baked one last time. I tried it, because I realized at this point my contour is crazy, so I go in, I think, in a little bit, and I try to bake, hopefully lightening up the crazy contour color. Right now, I'm doing my brows, my freshly done brows with my little e.l.f. brow pomade in the shade Espresso. Oh my god, I'm still on my brows, goddamn. Why did my other brow take so little time and this one's taking fucking forever? I don't know, but here we are, I guess. I think I finally finalized them. So now I think I am going in with my powder to hopefully fix my face. No, I'm going in with more eyeshadow. Wow, why am I going in so... Oh, it's to make my brow bone. Okay, you know what? That's fair. I think at that point I just decided to just go in with white to make it easier. I think now I'm finally, hopefully, going in. If not, okay, what the hell? Oh, it's the highlighter? I'm like, girl, how far are we before we just bake? Because I remember I baked. That's all. I thought baking was my last step. Apparently, I did 400 other steps beforehand, apparently. Now we're baking. Yes! We are finally fucking baking. It's been so long. And I think it didn't really do much to help that crazy contour. It just made my face look... I think it looks fine, but it definitely didn't help that contour. That's all I can say. But I hope you liked this chaotic little audio, this little video. I hope you didn't learn anything from it, because if you did, that's a crazy, incredible talent right there. I'll talk to you in the next one.